In Job 9, Job longed for a mediator. In Job 10, he speaks directly to God, not to argue theology, but to ask why existence itself now feels cruel. This is not rebellion, it is relational pain. Job opens with brutal honesty. I loathe my very life, therefore I will give free rein to my complaint and speak out in the bitterness of my soul. Then he asks God directly, do not condemn me, but tell me what charge you have against me. Job is not asking to win, he's asking to understand, okay? Job asks a series of piercing questions. Does it please you to oppress me, to reject the work of your hands, to favor the schemes of the wicked? He pushes further. Are your eyes like human eyes? Do you search for sin because you don't know the truth? Then Job states something bold but true. You know that I'm not guilty. Faith sometimes speaks boldly because relationship already exists. Okay? Then he questions why destroy me, right? This is one of the most beautiful creation passages in the Bible. Job reminds God, you shape me with your hands. You knit me together. You clothed me with skin and flesh. You gave me life and breath. You watched over my spirit. This is psalm-like theology, spoken in pain. Job's confusion comes precisely because he knows God as creator, okay? Now the question sharpens. But this is what you concealed in your heart. I know that this was in your mind. Job wonders, was the suffering always intended? Were you waiting to accuse me? Will you never acquit me? He feels hunted, watched, repeatedly struck. When pain persists, even love can feel threatening, right? So then Job ends where lament often ends, not with answers, but with exhaustion. He asks, why I was born at all? Why not die before suffering? Why not pass quietly into darkness? He describes death as a land of deepest night, chaos, shadow. Job is not longing for death. He's longing for relief from relentless pain, right? So what are key lessons here? First one is, God allows his people to question him directly. Second lesson, creation theology deepens the pain of suffering. Third lesson, Job maintains innocence without arrogance. Fourth lesson, suffering distorts how love is perceived. Fifth lesson, exhaustion can coexist with faith, okay? In Job 10, Job pours out his heart directly to God, questioning why a creator who carefully formed him now seems to crush him. He asks whether God finds pleasure in oppression and wonders if suffering was hidden in God's plan from the beginning. Job affirms God's intimate role in his creation, which makes the pain feel even more confusing and personal. The chapter ends not with resolution, but with weary longing for rest. Okay, and Job prayer shows that faith can endure even when God's actions feel incomprehensible.